Warren Buffett issues bizarre housing crash warning. Most people were so surprised when one of the richest men in the world, one of the greatest investors of our time, okay, that is still alive. This man is just like a genius when it comes to investing, has issued a warning saying that there may be a housing crash, and he talks about what he is going to do. There is so much to learn from this, and I want to share with you this and break this down and tell you what you can do so that you do not end up on the wrong side of what is coming. Let's go.
Noelle. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
Okay, I am back here with my business partner, John Raymond, and this is an amazing yet interesting topic. John, break down what Warren Buffett said, because as you and I are running a real estate investment group right now. We're literally raising millions of dollars for our investment group. You can invest as little as $1,000 to get into me and John's investment group. But obviously, this is making us raise our eyebrows. So what is Warren Buffett saying, and what do you think?
So basically what he came out and said was that he issued a warning for the housing market. And part of that is because interest rates were so depressed for the last few years, right? Like it just increases the affordability of money. You're able to get money a lot cheaper. You can go out and you can over acquire properties. Like you can over leverage yourself. And that's what a lot of funds and investors and things did, individual owners. They went out and over leveraged. And so he's looking at this and saying, hey, this could be a problem, but for those that have a surplus of cash, this is going to be an opportunity, right? Like,
yeah.
I
think that's the part that really kind of, we raised our eyebrows a little bit. One, he mentioned housing crash. No one that's investing in real estate, wants Warren Buffett to say that. But at the same time, we kind of do. Yeah. We kind of do. Let's talk about why we kind of do.
Yeah. And so the opportunity starts to become from something like that is that you can, if you have dry powder available, you can go out and you can acquire properties, distressed assets. That's, they always say that you make the money on the buy. You don't make the money on the exit. You get it on the buy, because if you buy right and you have the dry powder available, you're going to be able to get some screaming deals. And I don't know if many people remember.
Wait a minute. If we just get as much cash, like I said, people are investing in Golden Trinity. Again, you go to invest.goldenTrinityGroup.com. You can invest as little as $1,000, and that would actually get you 3 nights in our property. But what we actually started to think was, wow, we're raising all of this money, and we actually are going to have the opportunity. What do they say luck is? Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So we are preparing, by actually putting cash aside, raising funds, creating a fund where we will be able to go out and buy distressed assets. Now, you watching this video, I completely encourage you to do the same thing. Put some money aside, take advantage of it. But more importantly, put your money into a fund, because we'll be able to do even more together. You know what I mean? Instead of you trying to save $50,000, $100,000, well, guess what? You actually can put $1,000 into a real estate fund at invest.goldenTrinityGroup.com, and then we will have all of those funds, and now we can go get more distressed assets instead of just 1 or 2 properties. We're looking at we may be able to get dozens, not maybe even hundreds of distressed properties based on kind of what Warren Buffett is warning us that's happening or coming.
Yeah. So the ability to go out and use that leverage to then go out and buy more assets and buy stuff that people aren't wanting anymore. You can pick up stuff that's sub 2 because they're behind on their payments. And so then your acquisition price is literally just the amount of money that you need to put down to get them caught up, and you buy the property from them and then they move out. So you have it to the existing mortgage, whatever the interest rate is. Like the ability to pull funds together and invest in a group like Golden Trinity, it gives you the opportunity to set yourself up for future wealth creation and making millions and doing all of those things. Because the only way that you can do that in this situation, right? The economy is kind of hurting. You're starting to see tariffs and things like trending downwards. And so now is the opportunity to start investing. But a lot of times people get worried and freak out and pull back. And it's actually the opposite. When people are freaking out, That's when you need to be like, let's go. Like, let's get something happening.
Right, exactly. That's why now is the perfect time to put that $1,000 into a fund and think about how we can make that grow exponentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's be clear. If you take $1,000, how many properties are you yourself going to be able to get? But if you put $1,000 into a fund, guess how many we all can get? And then not only do you have that ability to do that, you don't have to manage the property. You don't have to worry about tenants. You don't have to worry about guests coming in. You don't have to worry about utility bills and HVAC systems. You know, we're actually going to be the ones maintaining the property. So to your point, you actually have your money working for you instead of you working for your money.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just gives you that freedom and peace of mind knowing you have experts behind your back, experts watching the property, experts managing the property, the bookings, you know, if it's a flip or whatever, right? Like you have people that know what they're doing, managing it. And so you get that opportunity to not worry of the money that's deployed, because I know that's where a lot of people freak out. Like, well, if I invest in this, then I gotta worry about it all the time. And we're taking care of that for you.
Yeah. So another thing that Warren Buffett kind of pointed out that we were like, okay, so you know what we always love, because they call Warren Buffett the Oracle. Okay. And he's obviously a very old man, and he's always been, you know, very wealthy, been investing for many years. And one thing that we watch, and why this made our eyebrows, you know, go up in the air, is we started to think, you know, the recession, 2007, 2008, like, wait a minute, what if we would have known and been able to put a little bit of money so that we could get a bunch of those properties when they all started to go into foreclosure? What if we had that foresight?
Yeah.
What if we were Oracle and had some predictive way to know that this was coming and what to do? Well, I feel like Warren Buffett kind of gave us that. You know what I mean? He came out and people said that, you know, oh, it's not bizarre. It's actually giving anybody with any intelligence who has lived through that, like, wait a minute. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. And so I'm kind of excited that he told, because usually he's really quiet. He keeps close to his chest. You got to try to figure out what he's doing and copy him. You rarely have where he just tells you straight up, like, hey, put some cash aside. This is happening, and you're going to be able to pick up reserves. And now we have this other great thing, Golden Trinity, which basically is a crowd fund. That did not exist 40, 50 years ago, where we could just on YouTube, you know, share with you and say, hey, you know what? We went through the Securities and Exchange Commission. We created this fund. All you got to do, put $1,000 in. You go to invest.goldentrinitygroup.com. It shows you our whole memo, shows you what we're going to be investing in. You put it in, and then we do the work. That did not exist. So not only do you have Warren Buffett actually telling you, hey, we got this amazing thing, now you even have this vehicle where you could put $1,000 in and actually be a part of it, actually be a winner in this. Instead of being on the losing side or sitting back, getting your house foreclosed on, wondering what the heck happened, you literally can be proactive and actually make money in it. So this is super exciting for me. I don't know about you, John. What are you thinking?
Yeah, no, it's super exciting. And we both lived through 2007, 2008, right? Like, if I had seen it coming and saved up a bunch of cash, like the properties that you could have picked up for pennies on the dollar at that time, like, and we saw how crazy the market went between even just 2008 and now, like even just 2008 till 2018, like it just, you know, it was just incredible growth, incredible
and the amount of wealth. Think of those people that had the foresight or the money. Let's forget about the foresight. Just let's say they had the money when 08 was happening, and they start picking up properties with $100,000 worth of equity and $200,000 equity. They got those properties with that amount of equity, and then the economy comes back, because it always does. This is a cycle, we know. So then in 2018, they're freaking paid down those mortgages. They had a tenant in there paying the mortgage down. The appreciation has gone up, so their equity has grown. Their net worth went through the roof.
Right.
Now you actually get to be a part of that. I'm excited. I'm actually excited this time.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's definitely something to be excited about, especially, you know, in the position that we're in, and having Golden Trinity that we can leverage and pull people together, right? Like, pull people together. Let's work together and let's build wealth together and do something that is an opportunity. Yeah, it can be scary, but it's also just very exciting when you're able to go up and pick up these properties for for pennies on the dollar. Banks are not in the game of holding mortgages and holding notes.
No, they
don't want to do that. They don't want to have the property on their balance sheet.
They want you to pay that mortgage. When they get foreclosed, they want to get rid of those properties. People that have the money and they don't care. And so we're going to be in the position where we have those monies. We're going to be able to get those foreclosures, those pre-foreclosures. You mentioned another thing that we got to talk about because Warren Buffett said this, but I don't think people caught this part about the subject to. So obviously we love doing, everybody that knows Noelle Randall knows I love subject to. That is purchasing a home subject to the existing financing staying in place, meaning I buy the house. It's mine. I'm on the title. It's in my name, but the mortgage that's on that property is staying. Okay. Just like we got divorced or something. You know what I mean? You gotta keep that mortgage in your name. Don't worry, but I'll pay it and you get the heck out of my house. It's very, very much like a divorce. So I absolutely love subject to when I learned about it in like 2009. And so now, again, when you combine this with what Warren Buffett is saying with some of these low interest rates that are out there right now. So let's talk about that. How many people have sub-6 mortgages right now that are going to possibly lose their job, and then we'll be able to do those properties subject to with the funds from Golden Trinity?
I mean, I don't have an exact number on how many are below sub-6, but I mean, anything under 6 is amazing, right? Like, especially with the market right now.
Yeah, I read a study that said 80% of all mortgages in existence right now are less than 6%, 5.5, 5.875. Like I said, I have a mortgage on one of my properties, 2.875.
Yeah. And that's amazing. So like you imagine being able to go out and pick up a property right now at that interest rate where the market rates right now are 6.75%, 6.5%. And you get to keep that for the next 30 years, right? Like there's going to be equity in the property. The mortgage payment's going to be cheap, and the ability to either rent it out to somebody or do a short-term rental or something like that on it. It's huge. And then we can go in and manage the property. The cash out of pocket on something like that's not going to be super expensive because you're just catching them up. You're usually just catching them up on their mortgage and maybe some move out money, something like that.
Yeah.
And so the opportunity is gigantic. So if we collect enough dry powder, the amount of properties that we can go out and be like, hey, we can give you cash today. They're going to be like, okay, cool. Like let's stop the bill collectors. Let's stop the mortgage notes. Let's stop the phone calls from all the bill collectors, for somebody who doesn't miss a shift, it's a bill collector, mortgage collectors,
I agree.
They're calling your phone.
Yeah, I totally agree. So not only are we going to make lots of money, we're going to be able to help people. So if there really is the recession coming and some of the stuff that Warren Buffett, the Oracle, is saying is happening, we want to make sure that not only are we going to make money off of it, but I really feel like we're going to be able to help people in the process. So again, go to invest.goldenTrinityGroup.com, invest just $1,000, put that money into the fund. Let us do the work. Let's go scoop up as many of these properties as possible. And you, as an investor in Golden Trinity Group, you will actually be an owner in this company. Like, this is just an amazing opportunity that I'm super excited that now exists, that did not exist before. And now we have this housing crash or whatever the heck Warren Buffett is saying. We're going to be able to take advantage of. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, me too. The ability to help people. And then, like you said, a Reg CF didn't even exist 20 years ago, right? Like it wasn't even a thing. So it's really cool to have this available where we can all work together and help those that are maybe not in a position to be in a bigger fund or invest or understand investing.
Right, exactly. We see these, everybody always say, oh, I want to invest in a fund. They want $50,000. They want $100,000. Well, guess what? One of the things that we really wanted to work hard for to make sure that more people could invest. So that's another reason why you should go to invest.goldentrinitygroup.com. Again, there is a link in the description box. It's super simple, super easy. Just $1,000. Let that $1,000 work. Again, it is governed. We are regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commissions. We've done all the paperwork. You can actually see the memo and all the paperwork so that you can feel like this is a real investment. You can really feel secure. We want to make sure that people are taken care of. And we want to go out and get some real wealth builders for all of us, like the whole group, not just us. That's why I said it's Golden Trinity Group.
Yeah. We'll work together and work together to go out and help families and families on both sides, right? Those that want to invest and those that are in trouble. I want to help everybody.
True story. I love it. Warren Buffett has taught us a lot. And if anything, we should be listening to what he says and what he does. That is why I strongly recommend you invest in Golden Trinity. Just go to invest.goldenTrinityGroup.com today and invest as little as $1,000 so we can take advantage of what Warren Buffett says is coming. We do not want to get caught on the wrong side of this. We know it's coming and we now know what to do. We are going to be the luckiest people, the ones that prepare for this opportunity, because we know this is an opportunity for us and for others. So make sure you invest today at invest.goldenTrinityGroup.com. That will get you free nights. That will get you access to our properties. That will get you invitations to our celebrity parties in Florida. And that will get you having your money working for you. Go to invest.goldenTrinityGroup.com right now and invest, because I want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the resources, and all of the tools that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.